But would you agree that there are some small improvements that we can make? Yes or no? Great, so we're going to accept the challenge, yeah? In my experience of HR, these are some of the things that I've really taken on. The first one is commitment. Now let me share with you about commitment. About 20 years ago, when I was a line manager for Tesco, I remember being walked around by my store manager. We were doing a morning inspection. As we were doing our morning inspection, there was a missing shellfish label on the shop floor, on the shelf, right? And he said, "What's that? Why is there a missing shellfish label?" Now, bearing in mind, I got in very early that morning to beat the boss, to try and get things ready, to look good and make sure the standards were right. The night manager had worked 14 hours that night to get the shop ready. And the boss says, "Are you effing stupid?" Now, have you ever felt that somebody is treating you in a way that is completely unacceptable, but you're so shocked that you can't even react? Well, I did. And that night, you'd find me with my Bible. Only this isn't the story of God. It's the Dale Carnegie Bible called How to Win Friends and Influence People. In this Bible, it said, next to food and shelter, the next most important thing is the feeling of being important. And I decided that day that nobody was going to feel how I felt that day. I decided that, and I committed that under my watch, as a HR professional, nobody was going to be treated like that. So I committed to that. I committed that all employees in every organization is going to be valued and not treated as a number, but as a human being. The next thing that I developed, or I've learned that I've really needed to develop, is integrity. And as Mr. Nasir said yesterday, you are your word. When you've committed to something, you've given your word. Now you've got to honor your word. Because without your word, you're nothing. And then leadership. So really developing my leadership skills. Not just my leadership skills to, manage my team, but to manage myself, to manage my family, to manage my health, to manage my managers. And really developing that. So some of the things that we've really had to work on is developing things like self-expression, being someone who's a voice for others, being someone who stands for what is right, not necessarily what is easy. Let me just tell you something a little bit about leadership. In the February of 2016, I just separated from my husband. The following month, I got made redundant from my 27-year job. The month after that, I had to sell my house. So I went from having a secure family network, a secure job, and my own house, to being a single parent for the first time, with no job, and living in a rented property for the first time. If I didn't really develop my leadership skills to manage myself, then I wouldn't be here today talking to you lovely people on this beautiful island.